Alright, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be doing a mod on my F150 to kind of help further my build resemble a Ford Raptor. And most of you that follow my Instagram page know that I've kind of been tailored my look off the Ford Raptor. And some of you guys may wonder, like, why don't you just buy a Raptor? And it's because I like the V8, the 5-liter specifically. And obviously the Ford Raptor is only offered in V6 at the moment. So today we'll be doing rear bumper mount install of the Ford rear bumper that has the exhaust cutouts, and I will be doing a dual exhaust out. And obviously at a later date I'll have to take my truck to a custom shop and get it kind of all fabbed up custom. So I'm not going to bother tackling it myself, or maybe I'll just see if I can find a kit online that maybe I'll use even like a Ford Raptor exhaust that might just work if I find an axle back exhaust that can just mount right up. So I'm not sure which route I want to go yet with the exhaust, but today we're just going to focus on the rear bumper, and this will be kind of a how-to video of how to install that on your truck. So we'll get right into it, you guys. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Alright, so here are the Raptor bumpers. So you don't have to replace the whole entire bumper, you're just replacing the essentially like just the side trim pieces on the bumper. So as you can see, here are the cutouts, but the sort of the fitment issues I was talking about is these are a lot narrower. Like right here is a lot narrower. The F-150 bumper kind of comes down a little bit more, which lines up with the rear fender. Step over here. So, you know, you have it lines up perfectly, whereas the Raptor bumper, you know, maybe stops right here. So you're gonna notice a little bit, like right here, you'll notice a bit of a gap. But because I have, like, it's all nicely painted in here and whatnot with the plastic covering on that, so I'm hoping that it's still gonna look clean. Like, nothing should look terribly out of place, especially on the color of this truck. But like I said, having a red or white truck, it might show a lot more. So we're gonna give it a try. I have a buddy that works at a body shop, and these came in. So one of them has a crease in it. He must have backed up into something. So if this looks good, and I'm very happy with how it all works out, I will put the money into getting this all fixed up. But as of right now, we're gonna put these on, make sure everything looks good, everything fits good, make sure the dual exhaust kind of works, and then we'll go ahead and we'll get it all touched up. So we'll get right into it here. Anyone that has F-150, you also got your sensors for your rear backup sensors. So everything you should be able to utilize everything that you had on your F-150, obviously, and more. So hopefully all the bolt holes line up. Like, all the mounting points are the same, which I imagine they will be. So we'll get right into it, guys, and stay tuned. All right, so what you're gonna want to do first is underneath here. You'll see this from the underside. See, I accidentally snapped this one here, but there's something that you won't be able to reach. So try to pre-squeeze as many of these as you can with, you know, needle nose pliers or whatever you have. So these are all good. So you try to pre-squeeze them as much as you can, and then so there's the top, and then you get your plastic prior, whatever you use for prior, flathead, I don't really care what you use. You just make sure you don't scratch the paint, but you just start here and you push on this one, pry, push on this one, pry, you know, push on this tab, pry, push on that tab, pry. Make sure you disconnect all your sensors, your trailer plug, all your side marker license plate light bulbs, and then I gotta clean that up. So then you get all of that pried off, this whole plastic piece pried off, and then you can go ahead and you can start taking off all the bolts underneath. So you'll see it's pretty obvious. I think there's about 6 bolts on each side, and then you have to take the plastic part off to get at these bolts. Otherwise, yeah, you won't be able to. So unfortunately, like, you can't just get away with just popping the top half of the plastic off on this side and the top half of the plastic off on that side and then dropping the whole bumper. You have to take off the whole plastic so you can get at these 2 bolts. And I didn't know that at first, so I thought I could get away with just popping off you know, each tab and then drop in the whole thing. But no, you have to take off the whole top plastic step guard there. So we'll keep plugging away here, and I'll get the rest of this disconnected. So what I'm going to do now quickly is just pop out the sensor right here. It should just be a tab. Not too sure if I'll need this bracket. It doesn't look like, I mean, this has the bottom mounting tab. Let's see how these kind of line up here. This one right here. So it doesn't look like we have the bottom mounting point on here. So we got the top two here, we got the one here, we got the one here, the one here, the one here. So we won't need this cross member piece because that attaches there, which my LED rear lights also attach to, so we'll need to find a new mounting spot for that. Maybe I could utilize one of the bottom spaces right here to mount the LED reverse lights there. Otherwise, everything should be the same. You got your mounting point here, your mounting point there, and I assume those are the same distance, which they look like they are. So I'll go ahead and pop out the sensor, and then see if I can just quickly do it right here. Oh, there we go. Come on, little guy. Alright, having technical difficulties. I'm gonna need two hands here to work this. Okay, so I thought this was just one piece and you just pop it out, but this part right here doesn't allow you to slip it through the hole, so you just gotta separate these tabs here, and you just kind of wiggle the whole sensor out just like that. Put it right next to this one here, and then you can just go ahead, flip this up here, and should be able just to pop this guy out here. Use two hands here. There you go. Just like that. So then we'll go ahead into our Raptor bumper. You know, these sensors are actually keyed differently, which I didn't know. So see how those are a lot closer than those ones, which would line up with those ears, right? And obviously that doesn't work. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm probably gonna have to just oh shoot, I just grabbed the wrong one. Okay, so these, I guess the left and the right ones, I guess for when you're backup camera, so you don't get them confused. I'm not too sure why they would do that, but I guess these are keyed differently. I wasn't aware at first. So there, that should fit in there. That, and then we'll grab this old guy out of the way. One here, and then there you go, just like that. Okay, makes sense. Whoop. This one here, pop the sensor back in. I hope I don't have the left and the right mixed up here. Should be alright though. That shouldn't matter. There's that. There's that. All right, so everything's kind of back in place here. this one here. I apologize for all the background noise if you guys can hear that. Okay, there. So we'll get these back installed here, and then now we'll get everything buttoned back up here. All right, so I got the bumpers back on, and let's see if we get better focus here. Okay, so the bumpers are back on, and I'll go ahead and put the plastic on now. These probably aren't exactly aligned since there's a little bit of play with the bolt holes. I'll probably have to do a little bit of tweaking to make everything kind of straight and all that stuff. But it looks like it's gonna look really good. So there's the gap I was talking about earlier, right? So I mean, at least it's clean. It's like, this is all painted and stuff, so it doesn't look like too shitty. But as you can see, there's a noticeable, like the bumper doesn't, you know, match perfectly. But it should be all right. Like I said, with the color of my truck, it shouldn't be too noticeable. But if you have a red or a white, something a little bit brighter, it might be a little bit more obvious. And unfortunately, I had to take off these for now. They have quick connects, which is really nice. So all the wiring is still there, obviously, but we'll have to find a new mounting point for them. Like I thought about doing here, maybe building a bracket off of here or something like that, but we'll see. I'll have to basically wait till I get my exhaust put in, and then see how much room I have left. I don't want anything running too close to the exhaust and melt the wires and whatnot. So one thing I've noticed right off the bat is the old sensor wires are a little bit short. They don't reach the sensor. So hopefully I can find some length somewhere, and probably not, because you can see kind of like this one over there. There's a sensor, and it's like it's already pretty tight. So I might have to, depending on how many, let's see if I can see how many wires. Depending on how many wires, if it's just a 2-wire or something like that, which it looks like it might be, that'd be very easy to extend this. So I might have to just go ahead and cut it and then just put just a 2-wire cable in, which I do have lots of kicking around. So I'll probably have to extend those sensors, but that's something just to keep in mind for anyone maybe that's not comfortable doing that sort of work themselves. And then we'll get everything else plugged back in once I get the plastic cover back on. So I'll go ahead and do that quickly, and then I'll be right back. All right, guys, so I got the bumper installed. I just flipped the truck around here quickly so you guys can see exactly what it looks like. I think it looks pretty good. I think it'll look really good once I have the dual exhausts going out of those cutouts there. So I'm really excited to see what that looks like. Hopefully I can get that done as soon as possible. I'll most likely just go use a custom exhaust shop to do it so it's done right the first time. I'm not going to bother trying to weld it myself, and I don't even have the pieces and all that stuff, so I might as well let the professionals do it. Just kind of here's like obviously that gap I kind of been talking about, but it's honestly not too noticeable, especially with the gray truck. Like I said, anyone that has a bit of a brighter truck, you might want to, because the black plastic is kind of hidden with all the dark gray, right? So I'm gonna have to do probably some tweaking, as it's probably not completely even. I'm sure I have a different gap size here. Then I'm pretty anal about that stuff, so I'll get it all tightened up and I'll get it all buttoned up. But just kind of a quick recap here, since my videos are all be kind of cut, and I just want to make sure I kind of do a good job, leave you guys on a good note here. So these, let's see if you guys can see. So all these tabs, right, there's, I don't know, probably 10, 12 on each side. So you're gonna unclip, you're gonna squeeze all these, right? Squeeze them all, try to push as many out as you can. Other than that, you're just gonna get them all squeezed, and then you're gonna pry. You're gonna pry up on this plastic, get it all off, take out all your light bulbs, all your sensors, your trailer plug, etc. And then you're gonna go ahead, do that first, and then you're gonna go ahead and take out all the 13 mil bolts. There's about 6 13 mil bolts on each side. So once you do all that, then you are good to take everything off, and then basically put all your Raptor bumper back on. So it's not, everything looks pretty tight other than that side part there. I mean, everything looks pretty good. You can see a bit of the trailer hitch frame, but it doesn't look bad. there's no rust or anything on it, right? So it looks pretty clean. And then I just gotta find a place to mount the LED. This sensor up here. I gotta lengthen that sensor, so I will do that, and then I'll find a place to mount my LEDs. So maybe I'll make a bracket and I'll reutilize this hole here and maybe put them in here somewhere, because I really like having those. I do. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, especially for any of you guys that are looking to do this mod. There's not a lot of videos out there kind of showing what it kind of looks like on the truck. I don't think a lot of people have done this mod. Like I said, you can use the Raptor bumper if you want the dual exhaust cutouts, or you can use the limited bumper as well. But it's all your kind of what look you're going for, right? I got that rugged off-road sort of look, so this looks good. If you have more of a cleaner look with not as much offset, maybe go with the limited bumper. But I'll leave you guys with that. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I have a laundry list of things, of videos I want to do. I still want to do, I'll do a video kind of explaining all the wiring. Once I get those LEDs mounted back up in the rear, I'll put together a video explaining kind of how to wire everything properly. And because like I am an electrician by trade, I've mentioned that in a video before, and I have terrible, when you do something for so long, you have terrible practice when it comes to your own stuff, right? You know what you can't get away with. So, but at the same time, I'm very anal and I do like to keep my stuff neat, but there are things that I will do that maybe not all people agree with, but I kind of know what I can and can't get away with, so I'm not too worried about it. But I will go over a video showing how to basically wire up an LED, wire it back to the switch, wire it back to the battery, and how to kind of protect everything with a fuse. You know, you don't want to Johnny Huey everything and just have a bunch of spaghetti wires in your engine bay, nothing on fuses or anything like that. That's how your truck catches on fire and all that stuff, and it's not good practice in that regard. So I will be doing a video on that, and then I have my upper control arms. I still need to install. Sorry, Grim Off Road. I've just been like really busy lately, because doing that is going to be a whole day of work plus an alignment. So that means my vehicle is going to have to be out for, you know, a day or two for sure. So I just haven't had a window where I can have my vehicle down for, you know, a couple days. Even though I do have my Focus to drive, I just like have my truck readily available. So hopefully once the weather gets a little bit warmer, I will be tackling those upper control arms. But I'll leave you guys at that, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. If you guys want more updated pictures of the look of the Raptor bumper, go follow my Instagram page, Cyborg Garage. I'll put it in the description below. And for those of you that are just first time watchers, guys, please subscribe to the channel. This is basically all F150 content, and as well as my little Focus ST as well here. I haven't got as much done as this as I wanted to, but hopefully soon. But we're focusing on the truck for now, and it goes a long way when you have sponsors that help you out, you know, give you discount on price and all that, on parts and all that stuff. And so shout out to all the sponsors: F150 LEDs, UPR products, Rancho Suspension, Grim Off Road, and Speed Performance, and the rest of you that I didn't mention. I'll put their Instagram tags in the description below, so you guys can go check out those companies. They're all really good companies to deal with. So I'll leave you guys at that, and stay tuned for the next video. Thanks, guys.